Well, I had a problem with a heap of locusts came in and were decimating my crop back in April. And from the previous year I had an inch of rain. I'd made this machine to dry the hay. And just a thought occurred to me, if I could somehow turn the machine around, suck them up and run them through the fan. It rotates at about 3,000 RPM. I could just kill the locusts with a humongous amount of numbers.
So before you were using it to push the hay through and dry that off, but how did it work?
Well, it's just basically a fan that was found in the dump, and a friend of mine found it. I said something to him about using it as some sort of a hairdryer somehow, just a humongous hairdryer. We mounted it on a trailer. I pinched the kid's go-kart motor, a 6-horsepower Subaru, that Ford fan belt, a rotary hoe pulley, put it all together, mounted it on a pallet, mounted it on a trailer. We put a hitch on the back of the trailer and behind the rake, and it's basically, as the rake's being turned, turning the hay, it blows the water particles off of the hay, and you just keep doing that until it sort of lowers the moisture level in the hay and it protects the crop. That was last year. This year, obviously, we had these locusts, and by turning it around, it just causes a great big suction. So the fan rotates at great speed. It just picks up the locusts. You pick up hundreds per second. It looks really, really silly, but it just everything that I've done there is just can be improvised on, but it's just everything I had lying around. It was autumn time. The rakes, like you rake your leaves up, well, I borrowed them and used them on this machine. An old plastic drum lying around, cut it in half so it creates a vortex suction. A guide at the bottom, so as the locusts tend to flutter away, they get sucked into the machine under huge vacuum, and they get spat out the fan out the other side by about 10 metres.
So it's on the front of an old ute, I noticed.
Well, that was the reason is because I haven't got a four-wheel drive with a rhubarb, but I was using it around the edges of the roads, and with that machine there, the capability is about 6 acres. And I protected that 6-acre crop, but I grow about 60 acres all up. There was a lot I lost because I didn't have enough time to get around and the machine wasn't big enough. I just needed about 10 of them. But yes, it did work. It blew the dead locusts out onto the crop that was about 4 inches high. What happened then, about 2 or 3 days later, I initially had it on the tractor, and that was the pallet just kept on breaking down. Just because it couldn't handle the force, and it just bounced off, so I had to make a metal one, and I put it on the ute. I'd get around quicker, it was a bit more comfortable, and a bit more suspension on it, and basically that's all I had lying around, so I just used what I had.
What was on your mind when you were doing all this?
I just wanted to get more and more locusts. I was just driving into them, and I knew I could see it working. Everyone was looking around, thought I was a lunatic. Belong in a lunatic asylum. Everyone's laughed at me, but I know it works. And all I wanted to do was I just wanted a bigger machine, and I just wanted to keep going.
How has your crop looked since you've managed to save it from the locusts?
Well, what happened was I went around for about 2 or 3 days, and I just noticed not only did I reduce the numbers with this machine, but the smell from the dead locusts in the area was just absolutely really bad. And I think I got this feeling that it was smelling so bad that the rest of the locusts just ticked off. And after that, well, now the season's progressed. I've saved that 6-acre patch, and that is the darkest, greenest hay I've ever had.
So a good result all round.
Yeah, it appears like the proteins and everything from the dead locusts have actually acted as a fertiliser.